Hello, my name is Rachel Kelterer, and I'm the counselor at Century Academy. Century Academy is the independent study school in the Conejo Valley Unified School District, serving grades 6 through 12. As a school in the Conejo Valley Unified School District, we have the same graduation requirements, same calendar, and are guided by the same policies and board regulations. We are WASC accredited and NCAA approved. Our teachers are caring, highly qualified credentialed teachers. Some of our graduates are now attending colleges across the country: USC, UCLA, Princeton, UC Berkeley, just to name a few. We are located in Thousand Oaks on the Horizon Hills campus near Thousand Oaks High School. It's a small, quiet, very peaceful campus. Century Academy utilizes an online textbook. Apex Learning is our online provider. Students work independently, either at home or on campus. We believe in a collaborative approach with the student, teacher, and parents working together. We call ourselves a blended learning model with hybrid classes, as some of our classes are delivered independently along with a weekly 1-hour class meeting. At Century Academy, students meet with an advisory teacher once a week, attend any hybrid classes that they may have, and the high school students take their tests in our computer lab. Century Academy's independent study learning model has 2 delivery options. Families can choose for their student to be in person or fully remote. For the students that opt to be in person, they will meet with their advisory teacher, attend their hybrid classes, and take tests in the computer lab. Students are also welcome to work in our computer lab Monday through Friday between 8 and 3 as another structured, quiet environment. Additionally, all of our teachers and staff are on campus where students can access their support in person. Students who are fully remote will attend their advisory meetings, hybrid classes, and take tests via Zoom. They can email or Zoom with teachers and staff for support. What is online learning at Century Academy? It's important to note that Century Academy is different than the remote style of learning delivered by the traditional schools during the pandemic. The traditional schools had daily Zoom classes where teachers provided daily instruction. This delivery style was more akin to the traditional schools' delivery model, where they see students every day and provide daily direct classroom instruction. Century Academy is an independent study school where students work independently for the majority of the time. The hybrid classes meet for 1 hour a week, either in person or via Zoom. The rest of the work is done independently. The curriculum at Century, APEX, is designed to be delivered independently. APEX curriculum is a textbook. It is not online instruction with a video of a teacher giving a lesson. It is an online textbook where students read the material. They print the study sheets to guide them through their note-taking as they read through the material. There are some short videos embedded in the curriculum to explain the concepts, but not of teachers giving lessons. There is a play symbol that allows students the option of listening to the text being read as they read it too. The teachers at Century are available to provide support and answer questions when students get stuck or confused. Century Academy has 3 main components in which students are expected to attend weekly: the advisory teacher meetings, hybrid classes, and test taking. The high school students need to take their tests in the computer lab. The in-person students take their tests in the computer lab on campus, while the remote students test in the virtual lab. As I mentioned before, each student is assigned to an advisory teacher that they meet with weekly. We call all of our teachers advisory teachers, as part of their job is to advise and take care of the students on their caseload, and the other part of their job is to teach their specific classes. The advisory teacher may be the English teacher or the math teacher or the science teacher, for example. Each student meets with their advisory teacher once a week for about 30 minutes. This meeting is at the same time each week. So let's say it's every Tuesday at 10 o'clock. In this meeting, the teacher will check the students' work and progress from the previous week, make sure that they are on pace, assign their work for the upcoming week, and brainstorm strategies and interventions to support the students if they are struggling. It's a time to check in, review progress, and support the student. It's not a time for the advisory teacher to teach them everything they need to know in all of their classes for the upcoming week. It's more about checking their progress and providing guidance and support. One of the teachers will be the advisory teacher, but all the teachers will have their fingers on the students' work, as the English teacher will grade the English work and the math teacher will grade the math work, and so on. The advisory teacher is there to help manage the students' overall progress. The advisory teacher will send a weekly email to parents updating parents on the students' progress. The parents will also receive a weekly email from Apex with helpful information regarding the students' grades, progress, and time spent in the Apex curriculum. In summary, the advisory teacher is the students' and parents' first point person, but subject-specific questions should go to the subject matter teacher. If a student is struggling in math, the advisory teacher will recommend that they attend math tutoring sessions or reach out to the math teacher. If the student is struggling with time management, the advisory teacher will work with them to develop a schedule to better manage their time. The teacher will assign a week's worth of work at the advisory meeting, and the student will need to complete all of their work in every class each week to stay on pace to finish and pass their classes. For the hybrid classes, the students will receive their weekly assignments from the teacher when that class meets each week. In addition to the advisory meeting, students attend their weekly hybrid classes. If a student is an in-person student, they will attend these classes in person, and if they are a fully remote student that never comes to campus, they will attend classes remotely via Zoom. For the middle school students, the core classes, English, math, science, and social studies, are all hybrid classes. For the high school students, the math and science classes, as well as some of the electives, tend to be hybrid classes. So students can expect to attend hybrid classes for a few hours each week, and the rest of the work is done independently. Students should plan on working 5 to 6 hours each day on their schoolwork to stay on pace. At the traditional sites, students attend school for about 6 hours every day and then come home and do homework. At Century, they should plan on spending the same amount of time. Students can dive into their work right away. Some students may work faster than others and may spend less time overall, while other students may work a little slower. However long it takes, the student just needs to complete the work assigned each week to stay on pace to complete their coursework by the end of the semester. Many students think online learning will be easier because they can stay home. Century Academy is not easier, it's just a different delivery model, a model which allows students to work independently. It provides them with significant flexibility. It gives students who are pursuing an acting career or a high-level sport the flexibility to pursue their craft, sport, or passion without missing school. Students can choose the hours of the day that work best for them. Sometimes students have health issues that make it hard to attend a traditional site 8 to 3 Monday through Friday. Century Academy gives these students the flexibility to work from home even when their health may prevent them from attending a traditional site. Students have the flexibility to work on all of their subjects every day, or they can focus and do more work in 1 or 2 subjects each day instead of switching subjects every hour. Some classes we recommend that students do every day, like math, science, or a language that builds off of the concepts. Or if a student struggles in a particular subject, we recommend that they do it every day so they can get help if they get stuck. If a student gets stuck, they need to complete the work by their next meeting with their advisory teacher, so it is critical that they give themselves time to ask and receive help before their next meeting. With that flexibility, it also gives students significant responsibility. Without a defined schedule with bells ringing that usher you from class to class, it's very easy to procrastinate. When I'm at home, there's 1,000 things I'd rather be doing than reading a textbook. Many students are tempted to watch just one episode on Netflix. Oops, season 1. That's okay, I've got all week. Whatever your preferred activity is, it is really easy to lose track of time and underestimate how long it is going to take to complete your assignments. Almost all the students that come to Century say that this is harder than what they were doing anywhere else. The reason being is that now they need to take charge of their learning, manage their time, and reach out for help when they are struggling. There's something to be said about it being easier, where you just have to get up and go to a traditional site, where the teacher read the textbook the night before, and you just need to sit and listen, take some notes, and do the assignments in class. At Century, the students need to be disciplined, carve out the time every day to do their work, read the material, do their assignments, and ask for help when needed. If students fall into the trap of watching Netflix, spending time on their phone, or just sleeping and relaxing, and they don't complete all of their work, they will have 2 weeks of work to complete the next week, which is definitely stressful. Zeros will go in the gradebook for any missing work. The student will have 1 additional week to complete any missing work, but after that, the zeros will stay as the student needs to move on to stay on pace to finish the class. Unfortunately, zeros can definitely destroy a grade. So the key to success at Century is to complete all of the assigned work every week. It's critical that students develop a schedule to follow and to stay on pace. The key to success is having the mindset that this is school and they will need to spend roughly the same amount of time doing schoolwork as they are spending at school at a traditional site. We don't have any homework, but all we have is homework. If students are stuck or struggling, they should take advantage of the support from their advisory teacher or tutoring hours. Century is not easier, it's just a different delivery model. To review, students meet once a week with their advisory teacher where they are assigned their work and the previous week of work is checked for progress. The advisory teacher is like a coach or advisor that is there to keep them on track and help them be successful at Century. The advisory teacher will communicate regularly, emailing parents regarding their students' progress. We feel students are most successful in this independent study model when there is a collaborative approach between the teacher and parents. Students also attend any hybrid classes and take tests in the computer lab, and the rest of the work is done independently. Being part of the Conejo Valley Unified School District, our students have the opportunity to play sports or participate in the arts like band, theater, or choir at their residential high school, or take some classes that aren't offered at Century. We can ask for a seat in some classes like a foreign language class and some classes that aren't offered at Century Academy. Additionally, students can take classes at the community college like Moore Park, Oxnard, or Ventura and earn college credit and earn high school credit at the same time. In terms of opportunities for students to socialize and build connections, we have a student government or leadership class that plans activities for the students about once a month. It may be a back-to-school luncheon, a Halloween party, or decorating gingerbread houses before winter break. We have been partnering with Newbury Park High School so our high school students can attend prom and grad night. Students that work in the computer lab start to meet other students who spend time on campus, and they build connections and relationships there, as well as meeting classmates during the hybrid classes. Is the independent study learning model a good fit for you? Students who are self-motivated, disciplined, and able to focus or work well independently do well in this independent study delivery model. Some students in the traditional classroom might be bored with the lecture and just want to get started on their homework. This type of student would appreciate being able to dig into their work right away and seek help when needed. Some students find the large campus with all the hustle and bustle or social stressors overwhelming and distracting. These students may prefer the smaller, quieter campus that Century Academy offers. Some students are better able to focus on school without those distractions and stressors. A student that benefits from direct instruction from a teacher every day may find this delivery model challenging. A student who tends to procrastinate and struggles with time management will also find this delivery model challenging. Students who enjoy relaxing and can easily get lost in a Netflix series or watching TikTok videos hour after hour will find the flexible schedule tempting to procrastinate, and it will be difficult to maintain the discipline needed each week to focus on schoolwork. It's hard for adults who work at home not to be distracted by temptations, so it's not hard to see that it would be difficult for a teenager to carve out 5 to 6 hours a day and focus on reading a textbook, taking quizzes, and writing papers. Century Academy is a unique school that offers tremendous flexibility, independence, and responsibility. While we would love to have every student join us at Century Academy, we do understand that we are not a perfect fit for every student, and it's important for students and families to think about what they think might work well for them and what they think may be challenging at Century. We definitely feel that it is a team approach with the parents and teachers working closely together to support the students' success. The students will be home more than they will be at school, so it is definitely a partnership with everyone working together. Thank you for taking a few minutes to learn about Century Academy. All right, take care.